doing? So it's Mental Health Awareness Week, and as promised, here I am with the first day of giving you a specific strategy or a specific activity or something to specifically think about to introduce to your life to support positive mental health. Even if you're feeling great at the moment, like I've said in one of the earlier videos, even if you're feeling great at the moment, which is fantastic, where's the harm in introducing things that can be part of your habits to support any deterioration you might have in the future with your mental health? The first one today is something that I've been doing for a while, but haven't really had a structure to it. I haven't really thought too much into it until I was introduced recently to I suppose the structure and theory behind it, and that is, it's a behaviour activation theory, looking at how you're behaving every day and the things that you are doing that is either improving or damaging your mental health. And this particular activity is, the acronym for it is ACE. So it's looking at things that you're doing every day and making sure that you include something that helps you achieve, or something that gives you a sense of achievement. Okay? The C is closeness or connection, so something that's making you feel close and connected to other humans. And the E is enjoyment, and something that is just purely for the enjoyment of doing it. So an example might be, so achieving, I've just prepared a roast dinner for later on. It was a little bit enjoyable, so out of 10, probably, I don't know, a 5 out of 10. Achievement, probably an 8, because I know that dinner's sorted for later. Connection, there was no one else there, so there was no closeness, no connection. So I know now that, you know, throughout this day, at some point, I want to have a sense of closeness. So it might be going for a walk with Jay and Nick, or it might be phoning my mum or my dad, or my brother or my sister, and just having a chat. But just something that makes me feel connected to other humans. And the enjoyment, I went for a swim this morning. I jumped in the lake, and that was purely for well, I suppose there was some achievement in there, but it was purely for enjoyment. I wanted to go and have a dip. I'm trying to build it into a routine, so that was my enjoyment. So what I'm asking you to do is, and it'll work in different ways for different people. I think I'm just doing it. I don't write it down every day. It's just happening, and sometimes I'll have weeks go by where I might start feeling a bit down or whatever, and I might look at it, and it might be that I haven't spent much time with people around me, or I haven't spoken to many people that week that I want to speak to, and that might be the gap, if you like. It might be that I haven't really done anything for myself that week. I haven't ran, or I haven't played footy, or I haven't done anything that is really enjoyable for me. So what I want you to do is, depending on how you work best, you can either plan it or just have it in the back of your mind. So I don't want to put too much pressure on you, say, right, every day sit down and do a plan. But if that's going to work for you, do it, and do it for your children as well. Like, I look at Jay now and I think, right, okay, if he's been on his Xbox all day, okay, he's been speaking to his mates, got the closeness, but what's he really achieved? Has he done anything that's helped him achieve that day? If he goes days on end doing that, then there's no achievement there, and there might be a little bit of a gap, and you might see a change in his behaviour. He will have enjoyed himself immensely, I'm sure, but it's making sure there's a good mix of things. So if you want to plan it, particularly if you're a larger family, plan getting up at the same time every day, and then throughout the day going, right, okay, well, what are you going to do this week? It might be a bit of schoolwork or something, and you might have to do the washing or something like that, something that's going to mean that you're achieving. But then, right, lunchtime, we're all going to go for a walk together, or we're all going to go in the garden together, and we're going to play a game, or we're going to play with the dog, or whatever it might be that you know is quite enjoyable for everyone, even when you've got to drag the kids out to do it because you know that they're going to moan about it. Once they're doing it, you know they're going to enjoy it. And then that brings that connection, doesn't it? And the enjoyment, but also then planning in, right, well, actually, I want to watch my favourite programme later, so I'm going to do that. And it might be that one of your children wants to go on the Xbox or do some drawing, or make some videos, or listen to some music or whatever. and making sure they have their time to just do something purely for the enjoyment, and your partner and whoever else you might be living with. At the same time, if you're on your own, plan your day out yourself. You might do something in the morning that gives you a sense of achievement, or throughout the day. You might be reading, or you might be writing. You could be just doing a chore around the house. I mean, cleaning. You know, there's not much enjoyment going on with cleaning, but when it's done, there's a sense of achievement. So, and then making sure that you're doing something purely for the enjoyment. Give someone a phone. You know, give someone a friend, a family member, give someone a phone and feel that closeness as well. So if you want to plan it and structure it every day, then do that. Otherwise, just have it in the back of your head. I work best when I just have it in the back of my head that, okay, what can I do then? What can I do today that I haven't really done? So that is kicking off our week, basically. It'd be great if you did structure and put a plan in place for the whole week, for you, for your family, and look at this ACE approach. You know, look at that achievement, closeness, and enjoyment, and making sure that you're ticking all those boxes. So there's my tip for today. If you want any more information on it, or you want any more support in how to put it in place, or ideas or anything, just give me a shout, throw me a message or whatever, and I will I'll get back to you, and I'll go into more detail with it. I try and keep the videos as short as I can. So looking forward to a good week. I'm going to try and get a special little guest on this week. I'm going to see how it goes. And I'm going to try a few different things maybe this week and see how they go down. But Mental Health Awareness Week, remember, we're ending the stigma. We want to talk about it. We want people to stop feeling ashamed, embarrassed, or like it's gonna stop them somehow in life by talking about it and by admitting that you know they are struggling a bit or have been struggling a bit. So remember, if you are struggling and you need to talk, then talk. And whether it's throwing me a message, whether it's talking to a family member, whether it's phoning one of the helplines, talk, okay? So make sure you're not alone. There's loads of support out there, and look after yourselves, okay? So have a good Monday, and I'll see you again tomorrow.